Today we're reacting to Remember When Things Weren't All Reboots by Shondell James. Let's check it out.
So lately it feels like nothing is new anymore. Every time I open a streaming app or scroll past a movie trailer, I see a familiar name. It's another reboot, another remake, another reimagining. And I catch myself thinking, didn't this already exist? Yeah, usually when I was younger. And that feeling hits harder than you expect because it's not just movies, it's video games, TV shows, music, fashion. Everything feels like it's coming back instead of moving forward. Why does it feel
Yeah, yeah, I mean, isn't there like a reboot of Harry Potter series like coming out? Why? Why is there a reboot of Harry Potter? Remember we have like the original movies. Like what? Do we need I think it's a TV series? Why? I mean, it's, I don't know. It's just because to like show younger generations Harry Potter. I mean, if you want to show younger generations Harry Potter, just show them the old Harry Potter. I don't quite understand why do we have to. Everything has to be like a reboot, remake, reimagine. Like it's just crazy. Like, why can't we just have original stories? What's it so hard just to make original stories? Like, why? I mean, it has to be more than just money. And it has to be more than just money. It has to be way more than just because, oh, this is easy to make money. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense.
like this now? I mean, look at what Disney has been doing with all of their.
I had so much high hopes for this movie. Maybe I shouldn't have high hopes because, it's Disney.
Look at what Disney has been doing.
But I had so much high hopes. This movie means something to me. Leon Stitch, it means something to me, This is one of my all-time favorite childhood movies, and for Disney to just crap all on it just pisses me off, man. It really does. I swear, it's just crazy. It's just crazy that Disney crapped over this movie. Just completely, they just pull their pants down and just let it happen. Like this, I believe that this is this is something I was really looking forward to. I was like, oh, again, it's a reboot, remaster, whatever the case may be. But it's Leon Stitch, just live action. Okay, at first I was like, oh, live action. It's like, okay, I love Leon Stitch. It's one of my all-time favorite childhood movies. And I was looking forward to it. But then, as time goes and I saw reviews and people talking about the movie and how there's so many changes to the movie that deviate from the original, it's like, I can't believe this, bro. If you haven't already seen the movie, the whole point of the movie is Ohana. Family sticks together. Family is all about family. And for you to just say, oh, well, Nani just gonna leave Leo and go to college. What the heck, that's not Leo and Stitch. That's not what Leo Stitch is about. That's not Ohana. I swear, man. Sometimes I be feeling like Riley and from the Boondocks, that episode with Santa. That's what I'll be wanting to do to some of these countries. I mean, oh my goodness, to some of these companies. Oh my goodness, I say countries. I almost say companies. I really just want to just write to them. Well, these days you can just DM companies. Since I just want to DM them and like express how I feel, but then I feel like if I do express how I feel, I'm most likely to get blocked and banned. So I'm gonna keep that to myself, but it's getting there. It's getting there where I do want to say what I gotta say. I'll tell a little story. When I was a kid, right? I was like 19 years old. This is the time where I could see the decline in Saturday morning cartoons, and I was trying to write a letter to Fox Kids and Kids WB because they pissed me off, man. Cause like, yo, I could just feel like it was like a decline was happening. Like I feel like the end was coming, and I was like trying to write them a letter telling them, hey, cut it out, you know. Like I swear, hold on, let me show you what I'm talking about. Like, if you seen the Boondocks, you would understand what I mean. It may seem kind of intuitive or kind of productive, however you may want to see it, however you may want to feel it. That it's just the case may be, you know. It's just the case may be. This right here is how I feel about what I would like to say to Disney, and what I was thinking about at, you can say, about Riley's age here for Kids WB and Fox Kids. This is what I want to do.
What are you doing? I'm writing a letter to Santa. Dear Santa, you are a bitch nigga. Wait, hold on. Dear Santa, you are a bitch ass nigga. I heard the mall is hiring extra security to protect you. That's a bitch move, Santa. I'm coming for that ass again until you pay what you owe. Sincerely yours, the Santa Stalk.
Yeah, that's how I felt when I was a kid. You know, I was trying to write to Fox Kids and Kids WB. I mean, I ain't seen nothing like that when I was like writing my letter, but it's how I felt at the time. You know, in my head, you know, in my heart, in my head, I was like, because it was trying to play in our faces, man. You know, remember back in the day when like the decline Saturday morning cartoons and stuff back in the late 2000s. I saw it coming, bruh. And they tried to play in our faces, and it's, you know, I was just a mad little kid. But that's besides the point, you know. In 2026, yeah, the movie Lego and Stitch came out last year, but it's just the idea of like, you know, it might come to a point where I might have to do it. But you know, again, if I do that, chances are I could get banned and blocked. When I see banned, I'll probably get banned from Disney World or Disneyland. But yeah, that's just what I'm trying to say is that's how, as fans, as you know, as people, we should feel some type of way. You know, we should have. They can't keep doing this. They can't keep getting away with this. You know what I mean? Like they just simply can't. How do you crap over something that's so beloved? Like that's all they do. That's all these big companies do. Is just crap all over all the things we love, and try to play in our faces. I'm tired of this, man. I hope you guys are tired of this too. Like, I think we all should like give the companies a piece of our mind. Let them know how we truly feel. I mean, you see how what happened to the Sonic movie, like how they had to redesign Sonic. I think we should do that again. I think we should, as people, we should do the same thing. If they do something that we don't like, we should tell them how we feel, and maybe it could make a change. Hopefully, I mean, there was changes made to the Sonic movie. But let's continue the video.
Doing with all of their live action reboots that honestly isn't even that good, and it doesn't seem like they're gonna stop. DC.
Yeah, the movies tend to not be good, especially that Lilo and Stitch movie. I had high hopes for that movie. You know, again, it's Disney, but it's the idea of like, I was, you know, still looking forward. Like, okay, maybe I was going to give them the benefit of the doubt. But they took an inch and moved to a mile. However you say the saying.
He is remaking an entirely new universe of movies and shows, and they probably still won't get it right. Even Marvel is starting to reboot movies like Fantastic Four with a new Hellboy movie on the way, as well as a Daredevil series. There has been 2 reboots of Ninja Turtles, which I won't lie, I did enjoy the movie Mutant Mayhem, but not the Netflix movie. Transformers got 2 reboots that are mid. A Men in Black reboot.
Yeah, yeah. The Transformers movie was kind of mid. I'm not gonna lie. And the Men in Black movie, we did not need that. I feel like it was it concluded the story at Men in Black 3. Like Men in Black 3, it wrapped it up perfectly. I don't think we needed this. This is just tarnishing the legacy of Men in Black, you know. And I love Men in Black, you know. It's one of my favorite movies, especially as a kid, you know. I used to go to my godmother's house, and I used to watch like these free movies all the time. I think it was one of was Men in Black, Baby's Kids, and Beetlejuice. I used to watch those movies on rotation at our house, so I have like fond memories of watching Men in Black. But just to see like them do that to the franchise, to the series, is just crazy.
Reboot. A Charlie's Angels reboot. Power Rangers reboot.
I mean, that reboot was kind of good. I mean, it just sucks that we didn't get a sequel. That's the only thing. Like, I think this reboot was actually good. It just, you know, again, it sucks that we didn't get a sequel.
Tomb Raider reboot. And an upcoming Tomb Raider show. 2 Ghostbusters reboots.
This one, let me know what you think about this one. The all female cast. Was it ahead of its time? Was it too soon to have an all female cast for Ghostbusters, or what? I don't know. I didn't watch it. I mean, my little brother loves that movie, but me, I don't really care for it.
3 Predator reboots. A Wolfman reboot. I'm gonna stop there, but just know.
Isn't the Roofman wasn't it supposed to like do like a Monsters Universe type of thing? I think that's why they made the Wolfman movie. They're like trying to like do like a cinematic. Okay, what's up with the cinematic universes? You know, is that like everything gotta have its own universe, has its own cinematic universe. I blame Marvel for that. Like every like, we don't always need to have a cinematic universe.
There are a lot more. With video games, it's the same thing. Tons of remakes and remasters. The Elder Scrolls Oblivion, Dead Space Remake, the GTA Trilogy, GTA 5 Enhanced Edition, The Last of Us Part 1 and 2.
GTA 5 Enhanced, like, do we need that?
Remakes, Final Fantasy 7, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, Demon Souls, and plenty more that's coming this year. But I think you all got the point now. So I was scrolling through YouTube when I ran across the trailer for the live action Moana movie. Now, I love the animated movie. Me and my son, we used to watch it all the time.
I'm gonna let you talk, Shondell. Let me just say this before you say anything. Why in the world are we getting a Moana live action movie? Why? Like, do we need that? Who asked for this? Like, at this point, are these live action movies like what's the word? Money laundering? Are they doing money laundering with this, or with these movies? I feel like this is like a big money laundering scheme now. Like it just got to be. They must be burning the books somehow. I don't know what's going on, but do we really need a live action Moana movie? Do we? Who asked for this? I don't think nobody. If there is, maybe there's maybe what, a small percentage of people on the population that asked for this, but the mass majority of us didn't ask for this.
This had the same title, same characters, but with real faces. For a second I felt excited, then I felt tired.
That's how I felt about Lilo and Stitch. I felt the same way. I was like, I was excited. I was going to give them the benefit of the doubt. But then when it came out and when people were talking about it, it put a bad taste in my mouth. Pause. I'm just saying, it's crazy.
Not angry, not annoyed, just tired. Like, I've already taken this ride with The Lion King, and I feel that classics like that just don't need to be remade because in most cases it will never live up to the original. And I think a lot of us
True, true, and I feel like it tarnished the legacy of the original. I feel like it tarnished the legacy of the original.
feel this way. We don't hate reboots or remakes because some of them are actually great, but when everything feels recycled, it starts to mess with your sense of time. Why is it happening? Well, one big reason is risk. Studios don't like to gamble anymore. A new idea is a question mark. A remake is a safer bet because people already recognize the name. They already have an emotional connection. That connection turns into clicks, tickets, and subscriptions. See, it makes sense from a business side, but from a creative side, it feels like someone keeps hitting the replay button over and over. Another reason is nostalgia, and nostalgia is powerful. I feel it too. When I see a reboot of a cartoon I watched after school, a part of me smiles. I remember sitting on the floor with snacks and a drink. No bills, no stress, just stories. And these companies know that feeling sells. They aren't just selling a show or a video game, they're selling your past. And who wouldn't want to buy a piece of that, right? But here's the strange part. The more we chase nostalgia, the harder it is to create new memories.
Exactly, because now it's all we're going to get is nostalgia. Don't get me wrong, I love nostalgia. I love, having those nostalgic memories, but still, man, the past is the past. We got to move forward. You know, we got to move forward. And if it's anything to show the younger generation, just show them the original. That's it. If you want to put your kids onto something, your nieces, your nephews, your little cousins, onto some classics, just show them originals. That's what I do. My little cousins, I always go back to the originals. You know, that's how you foster, a bond. That's how you you put others on.
Keep revisiting old worlds instead of building new ones. And over time, that starts to feel empty. I noticed this with video games. Cause a lot of my favorite franchises now live on remakes and remasters. Same maps, same mechanics, just sharper graphics. And don't get me wrong, some of them are incredible. But I ask myself sometimes, where are the worlds that will be remade in 20 years from now? Where are the fresh ideas that kids today will feel nostalgia about later? Because if every
Exactly. That's a good point. I was thinking about that too. What about their nostalgia? What about the kids of today when they get to our ages? What are they gonna look back on? What are they gonna be nostalgic on? What are they gonna be fond of? Like they don't have, it's like they have nothing really at this point. They have nothing to look back on when they get to our ages.
everything today is built from yesterday, what does tomorrow look like? Now, another reason everything feels like a reboot is the internet. We never let anything die anymore. Every old clip, every forgotten show, every canceled game, it all lives online. Nothing fades away quietly. So creators keep digging into the past because it's already right there, ready to be reused, ready to be reshaped. In the past, things disappeared. If a show ended in the 80s, you might never see it again unless you owned a VHS. That made room for new things to take over. Now, the past, it sits right next to the present at all times, and that blurs the line between what's old and what's new. Another thing I've noticed is how fast trends move. A new show drops, people binge it in a weekend. Then it's gone from the conversation by next month. Creators see that and they think, why build something new that might vanish in a week when I can revive something that people already care about. It's like culture is afraid of being forgotten, so it clings to what already survived once. But that comes at a cost because when everything feels like a reboot, creativity starts to feel smaller. Not dead, just crowded. Crowded by shadows of older ideas. Sometimes I'll watch a new movie and feel like I've already seen it. Not because it's a remake, but because it follows the same shapes, same.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel the same way. It's like it's like different characters, different setting, different scenario, but it's the same thing that's already played out. At this point, it's like, dang, are we done with creativity? Is that it? Are we at our limit? You know, if it sometimes feels like that. It's like, dang, we're literally at our limits. Like, I know there's different ways you could tell a story. There has to be different ways. You don't have to keep using the same formula, but
Beats, the same character arcs. Even original stories feel like a copy in a way. That's when I realized this isn't just about reboots, it's about comfort. We live in a time where everything feels uncertain. Jobs feel unstable. The world feels loud. The future feels blurry. So, what we do? We return to what feels safe. Familiar stories, familiar worlds. There's comfort in knowing how a story might end. There's comfort in recognizing the theme song. In a strange way, reboots feel like comfort food. Not fancy, not surprising, but filling. And the problem is, we can't live on comfort food forever. At some point, you want something that challenges you again, something that surprises you, something that makes you feel that spark of discovery. I remember the first time I played Ark Raiders, a game that felt truly new to me. Not prettier, not faster, just different. And that feeling stuck with me longer than any remake ever has. It made me realize what we're missing when we lean too hard on the past. We miss the chance to be confused, to be curious, to know what comes next. Another reason reboots dominate is algorithms. Platforms reward what already works. If a superhero movie gets clicks, more superhero movies appear. If a remake performs well, more remakes follow. The system learns from what people already liked, not from what they haven't seen yet. So originality becomes harder to surface, not because it doesn't exist, but because it gets buried. There are amazing new stories out there right now. You just have to dig for them. And
true, you have to really go looking for it. It's not really on the forefront, it's in the back end, which is crazy because that should be the ones we should be pushing. But it doesn't work that way. I wish it worked that way, but it doesn't work that way. And there's probably thousands to millions of great stories with fresh ideas, but they just don't get pushed.
And most people, they don't dig. They scroll. And scrolling favors what's familiar. That's not laziness, that's human nature. Our brains, they love shortcuts, and recognition is a shortcut. So we click what we recognize, and creators respond by giving us more of it. It becomes a loop. We say we want something new, but we keep clicking the old. And I include myself. I've ignored new shows because I didn't know the name. Then I watched the remake because it felt safe. I can't blame companies for following what works, but I can wish for more balance, more room for new voices, more space for weird ideas, more chances for stories that might fail, but might also change everything. Because every classic we love now was once a risk. At some point, Star Wars was just a strange space movie. At some point, Mario was just a pixelated plumber. At some point, every beloved franchise was unknown. They didn't start as a reboot. They became the thing others rebooted later. And that's the part I think about most. What are we creating now that deserves to be rebooted later? Which stories today will matter enough to bring back in 2045? If we keep only reviving the past, we slowly shrink the future. I don't think reboots are bad. I think too many of them can make culture feel like it's walking in circles. And circles feel safe, but they don't move you forward. Sometimes I want to feel lost in a story again. Not lost because it's confusing, lost because it's new, because I don't know the rules yet, because I don't know how the story ends. That feeling is rare now, but when it happens, it hits harder than any remake ever could.
And that was Shondell James. Remember when things weren't all reboots. I'll say this. I think there should be a balance. I think there should be a balance when it comes to reboots and remasters alongside with original ideas, original, storytelling, original stories. I don't think we should just go all in with reboots and remasters or the retelling of a story that's been done multiple times. Where even if you would have new characters and a new setting, it's just I think there should be a balance. I try to and it's it's just I wish that companies can take a risk on filmmakers and showrunners instead of just using old reliable. That's just how I see it. But let me know what you think about this topic. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let's have a conversation. If you enjoyed this video, like it, share it, subscribe to the channel, and check out Shondell James. I'm subscribe to his channel. Yeah, just go subscribe to him as well. Check him out. Until then, I'll see you in next time.